response. It's what, Miss Monique? Trauma response. Because black women don't cry. They do cry. They do cry. Hey, black women. Boom, boom, boom. They do cry. This is as much as you're going to get right here. Welcome back to But Did You Die? Chaos, Lessons, and Laughs. The podcast where we unpack what survival taught us, what healing demands from us, and how to hold space for our truth in faith, culture, and in community. So, today's episode, child, we're going there. It's called Black Women Don't Cry. Unlearning the strong friend mask in grief. Because somewhere along the way, we stopped feeling safe enough to break. And too many of us are grieving in silence. So behind smiles, behind service, behind survival is a little girl. All right, let's get into it. So you already know what I'm about to do. And I hope you are ready too. Let's go. Buckle up. Sit back. Girl, you not under attack. Buckle up. Relax. Girl, you know I got your back. Buckle up. Sit back. Girl, you not under attack. Buckle up. Relax. Girl, you know I got your back. All right, let's get into this. Are you ready? I hope you've been seeing some of the things that I've been doing. So in March, we have really been talking about grieving. Be humble, sis. All type of topics. So you guys should know the idea of what this podcast is about. I thank you for sticking with me, loving me, supporting me, being a part of this community of survivalies and pinkalicious. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. The myth of the strong friend. So let's be real. So y'all see, I'm losing weight. Oh, look, what? Do you see this? It was not like this. Don't even act like it was like this the whole time. All right, so this has already kind of got me a little bit stirred up. So, got a little tissue already ready. But we're going to do it. So, the myth of a strong friend. All right, so let's be honest and real with this. So how many of us is that friend? I don't really have many friends, I have like family, I have friends that are so close that I consider them family. But oftentimes when I am sought out, it's because that I am the strong one, the one who shows up, the one who holds space for everyone. And everything else, kind of, yeah. So the one folks call when they fall apart, but who checks on you when the room clears out? Yeah. Where is your people? I felt that. The strong friend mask was never born from confidence. It was born from conditioning. Bring the edges here. Right? You should know now. We've been enough therapy sessions to understand. From families where tears were weakness, and from churches where struggle was shameful. From communities that said, you're too loud, you're too soft, or ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we learned to cry in the shower, to push through, to spiritualize our sorrow, to save face, and also serve face, period. Right? Yeah, so seriously, like, this crying in the shower is cool. And so I am a therapist, so I'm going to advocate for therapy. Like, you guys need to get in therapy. You do not have to come to me. but you can. But however, get you a therapist that speaks to you. Get in some therapy, get in church counseling. Let's start healing and doing better. We can. Let's get out of survival mode and let's do this. Yeah. But here's where I need you to know, sis. So strength that requires silence is not strength. It's what? Trauma response. It's what, Miss Monique? Trauma response. And I did the same key, right? I know. I'm trying to lighten the load. It's grief, right? The grief we don't let ourselves feel. So when we lose someone, especially as a Black woman, all right, we don't just mourn them. We also mourn the parts of ourselves that were safe with them. We grieve in double layers, the person and the permission. Right? So in the last episode, I talked about my brother. So I remember when my brother Charles had passed, I barely let myself break. I remember my mom, Lord. So yeah, I'll go ahead and say this. Yeah, that shook our family. That shook my foundation. Getting a call from my mom. I didn't even get the call. I heard the message. And I heard her crying. Have you ever heard your mom really cry? Like cry. Like strong Black women, mother cry. I've never heard my mama cry. Not like that. I heard her cry in church and she apologized and I'm sorry, I love you. Okay. That's to be expected church, culture stuff. But cry like that. She called and she left a message and she said, he's gone, Nene. That's my nickname. Nene, he's gone. Charles is dead. And when I went over there, she was crying. I've never seen a strong Black woman cry. Because Black women don't cry. Black women, they don't cry. They don't cry. I never seen her cry. And to see her cry like that, immediately I took charge emotionally and mentally. And she must have felt it in the spirit. She was like, I don't want you to try to carry this. It's okay. Cry too. It's okay. Grieve too. I couldn't. I was still in shock. I couldn't. Because Black women don't cry. I never saw that. Never seen my grandmama cry. Never seen any of my family members cry unless it was spiritual in church. I never saw. I don't think we had the permission to. So I barely let myself break. It took some time, maybe a year and a half to 2 years, a whole 2 years. This is 2 years now, but maybe a year and a half for me to really give in to, oh crap, I can't run from this no more. I gotta let this go. I kept working. I kept answering emails. And I want to say this. I thank God for friends, because I have a friend. Her name is Sharon. We became friends for business because I wrote my first book and she published it. She helped me publish it and she published it. And she became more than a friend in 2020. And so we just been working together since. We actually had finally got a chance to meet. I think it was at 2024, 2025, because everything's been virtual. So we have never met, and we got the chance to meet. It was just so great. We ate at the restaurant Tulum here in Atlanta. I like that restaurant. Shout out to them. It's my shit, girl. Anyway, I called her and I told her. She immediately went into action. Like, I didn't even have to ask her. She immediately knew what to do. She helped my mom with stuff and paperwork and what to do and the power of attorney things. I didn't have to ask her. I didn't. She just came right in. I thank God for her because she was a support. When my client, she immediately stepped in, and sent out emails and responded to them and was a help. And my clients were, great people. They understood. They weren't like suffering from abandonment. I can't leave and go. And, they they supported me in that. It was hard. Yeah, I think all the people who were there, I was dating a guy, he was there supporting me and helping. It was crazy because I broke up with him the day before. And then the next day I was back at his door, you know, and I'm grateful for him, you know, accepting me back in and loving me. He was angry and mad and hurt. And sometimes when you hurt men, boy, Jesus, Lord, you know, but, you know, to each his own. But I'm grateful, and I thank all you guys. If you ever watching this episode, your girl shot you out. I appreciate you. Okay? Let's get back to it. I kept working. I kept answering emails. I kept cooking the food. I made sure everyone else was okay, because I didn't know what it meant to just be in pain without performing around it. And when my auntie passed months later, I realized I had done it again. I got back into, you know, and he was still there helping me. It was like, bam, another one. And I was able to cry and grieve with him. It was a very big support for me at that time. I'm grateful, and God is good. I'm grateful, and I appreciate him. Thank you for that. Now, don't be acting like I just used him, y'all. Like I used him and dropped him. No, it just was not like that. Just things that just didn't work out, you know. So I realized I had done it again. Dressed up grief and function. Told myself, you are the strong one, remember. Now, I didn't really like say this out loud. I just knew this in my back burner that I had to keep the family up. But who told us that falling apart was failure? Who said vulnerability would make us disposable? Who said that? Let me say this too. So I want people to understand that, and my hand is kind of itching. I don't know, you know, but I want people to understand that when you are working through things and you are healing, especially in therapy, it doesn't just end here. It's like octopus legs. It's like a trauma tree. It has extensions. It goes. And so maybe 3 months ago, 2026, you know, depending on when y'all watch this, 2026, 3 months ago, I was burnt out, stressed and overwhelmed. And I cried out to God. I just didn't know what was going on. I was doing all these things in church, podcasts, books, ministry, you know, look me up. And so, but it dawned on me, the one that I was mostly doing the most was my mother. And I found myself caught up in the grips again and doing and performing and, you know, and doing all these things when she has not even asked for this. But I was doing this because I felt like I needed to do this because I was afraid of her abandoning me, rejecting me, or kicking me out, or doing whatever when I'm grown. So I was writing it down and it dawned on me, OMG, what, Miss Monique? Somehow in this, so let me tell you what was going on that happened. She needed something. I was there. She wanted me to go there with her. I was saying yes. I was just yes to everything. Yes. And to the point where I found myself drained and tired and fatigued and overwhelmed. I was burnt out. My burnout looks like me in that bed watching anime. Yes, your girl watched anime. What was I watching at that time? I don't know, but I finished a couple of stuff like One Punch Man, Solo Leveling is my jam. That's my jam. Demon Slayer, was it Gachika? All them, like I like those. Those are my Black Clover. You know, I like a lot of those. Anyway, I realized that unintentionally, I tried to make sure I took up the space so that my mom didn't have to feel the passing of my brother, his absence. Did not even know it. This was 3 months ago, y'all. 3 months ago. I found myself, yes, because I didn't want her to feel the pain she felt when she was going through her grieving, when Charles passed. And so I was making up and doing this and giving and doing anything she needed, not realizing I was neglecting myself. I was not taking care of things. I was ripping and running on survival mode and doing all these things. This was 3 months ago. So I'm telling y'all these episodes, I'm just going with the day, not realizing, oh crap, OMG. How did I even get in it? I don't know. But I was in it. And so when I started realizing that, I slowly started, okay, I don't need to do that. I can't carry other people's pain and how they grieve. It's not my responsibility, and nor am I really able to do it. Maybe I should start carrying mine, taking care of mine. Being here for mine. Whew. Permission to fall apart. This is yours and mine's. Not right now. Permission slip. You to feel, to cry, to not be okay. You can do that in your own comfort home. This is as much as you're gonna get right here. This is our permission to feel. This is our permission to take what we have sacrificed on the altar, on the cross, that was never meant to be sacrificed, to take it back. And Lazarus, come forth. Come forth, Monique. You don't have to earn softness. You don't have to justify your grief. Falling apart doesn't make you fragile. It makes you free. Because here's the truth. The strong friend isn't a badge of armor or honor or any of these things, these little accolades thing on here. It's often a cry for help wrapped in applause. I don't want to shake my head. The strong friend isn't a badge of honor or armor. It's often a cry for help wrapped in applause. So what does it mean to take off the mask? It means crying when you need to, not only when it's convenient. Okay? Now I just said, for me, I'm not going to do it here. And for me, I pull myself back. In the other episode, we're going to do it here. We're going to do it there. Find your place, It means letting your friends carry you sometimes. And sometimes saying no. You gotta say no. You gotta say no to things. Let my people know. Oh, I love me some me, baby. Right? It means showing up messy and honest instead of polished and praised. We don't have to perform healing. We don't have to perform healing. We get to embody it in tears, in silence, and in surrender. Ooh. Reclaiming our right to grieve loudly. All right. Now, y'all know I be writing these things in scripts and I'm like, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be just transparent. I'm just going to be giving. And who going to receive it's going to receive it. This is not like, oh, script. She's like, no, those who know me. This is me. All right. Reclaiming our right to grieve loudly. So let's disrupt the narrative. Black women do cry. They do cry. They do cry. Hey, black women. Boom, boom, boom. They do cry. I do cry. We cry for our mothers. We cry for our brothers. We cry for the versions of ourselves we lost while being strong for everyone else. Grief is not something we get over. It's something we grow through. And in that growing, we must give ourselves permission to not be the blueprint of resilience every single day. Show up, perform, another one. Club, job, relationships, church, music, cooking, another one and another one. You can be held, you can fall apart, you can be soft in a world that tried to make you steel, metal, strong. Now, granted, you need to make sure things are set for you to do this, okay? Don't be out here, and nobody's here to help you, support you. Again, get a therapist. Align yourself with people who are growing, who has been through this. So some journal prompts. I didn't get much last session, so forgive me, but I just kind of really wanted to push that through. So we're here today with them. What parts of your grief have you hidden to keep up appearances? What did you learn that strength meant silence, and you are ready to release that belief? So where, who taught you this? Who made you believe that in order to be strong, you had to be quiet? Show up poised and all together. Don't you embarrass me. Who in your life has earned the right to see you fall apart? And are you letting them? What would it feel like to allow your grief to speak? And if it had a voice, what would it say? What would you do? Thank you? I'm sorry? Let this be a place right now that you lay this mask down, because freedom lives in the feeling, and healing, it gets louder when we stop whispering our pain. So let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to breathe in. Hand on your chest, hand on your stomach. In your nose, out through your mouth. What are you feeling in your body? Where is it aching? What is it saying? Write it down. Right? Write it down. Pull it together. All right? So, let's talk about the psychology of why we wear this mask in the first place. So, grief is not just emotional, it's existential. It threatens everything survival taught us. Stay strong. Don't be too much. If you break down, who will hold the house together? And for Black women especially, this grief doesn't show up in a vacuum. It shows up in our body that's been conditioned to perform strength for safety. So to hide sorrow in the name of service, to smile through systems that don't make space for our mourning. This is survival. So, but survival is not the same as healing. All right. So in the therapy room, we are going to name survival patterns for what it is. So the strong Black woman, what that looks like. So, all right, emotional suppression, reluctance to ask for help, high self-resilience or high self-reliance, obligation to care for others before self. All right, and I say resilience as identity, not just as a skill. So now these aren't just personality traits, things that you're really good at. They're inherited adaptations. So born from things that we have already been through. Single motherhood, church pressure, cultural silence. We didn't choose these masks. They were passed down as survival instructions. All right, you getting me? You feeling it? Now grab it. Are you finding it? Write it down. But here's the therapeutic truth. What once protected you can now prevent you from healing. what was once protecting you is now preventing you from healing. Shame thrives in silence. Grief festers in performance. And when we wear strength like a mask, we teach our nervous system that there is no safe space for release. Even in rest, even in community, even in God. So, like, I know you guys have been hearing, oh, nervous system this, nervous system that, nervous system, somatic, what's going on? Heal your nervous system, sis. Later on in seasons, we're gonna talk about these things, but let me drop some little Easter eggs that they say, I think, with these movies or something like that. Like, okay, so for a while I was so focused on, trying to lose weight, trying to work out, trying to eat, and it became so stressful that it made me eat more. And I learned that at this later age, in your 30s, in your 40s, the more you stress about food, the more it stores. Yes. The more you try not to eat, and you doing the intermittent fasting and all that, depending on your body type, it raises insulin. Like, it's just like a setup. And so what I started doing was, let me stop focusing on so much on these things, and let me start focusing on the nervous system, because these things are triggering stress levels. These are triggering the things that are within my nervous system that's causing me to want to eat more. But we'll talk more about that later. Heal your nervous system, sis. All right. So what do we do? What do we do now? All right. So therapy invites us to interrupt the cycle. So to tell your nervous system, you are safe to feel, you are safe to fall apart, you are safe to need. It teaches us how to identify inherited grief beliefs. So crying is weakness. So I won't say this, but it's because this is for my black folks. But all right, now don't come for me. But the black people know therapy is for white folks. Don't come for me, because I come for y'all. Don't come for me. But they said that. They told us that. Reparent the inner child who had to grow up too fast to grieve properly. Learn emotional regulation without emotional suppression. Again, like I said before, we have come to the knowledge that our parents did not know how to be emotionally supportive to us. So therefore, we have grew up in a place of, I don't know how to nurture or comfort people, because we never got that. But now we're in our 40s. We can't do that anymore. Can't rely on that excuse anymore. We're too grown, right? So build safety around receiving instead of only giving. These are for my productivity equals love women. And redefine strength, not as holding it all, but as having the courage to be held. So we're talking about attacking the idea to have to be strong, right? But it's also an invitation to expand, right? So this includes softness, to allow slowness, to welcome grief as a holy thing, not as something to get over, but something to grow with. All right? So your tears are not dangerous, sis. You don't need to be the strong one. You don't need to carry everything. Your sadness, again, it's not betrayal. And your breakdown is not the end. It's the beginning of a new way, a new whole. Right? So in this, trying to remember and doing and keep everything together and over functioning and overdoing, it's going to keep you in repetitive patterns. You want to know, why am I still here? Why am I still doing the same thing? Why why ain't never I love y'all, right? I love y'all. It's because you are not taking heed. Sis, come in, zoom closer and listen to me. This is the last year we go through this like this. We're not doing this. Today's my last day. I don't know about you, and I'm not doing no last year. Today's my last day. Okay? Okay? Black women do cry. Black women can cry. We don't have to hold. We don't have to cover. We don't have to overdo. We don't have to provide for other people. We are allowed to take it slow, walk in softness, breathe, exhale, love, enjoy, live intentionally. All right, that is it for this. These episodes with grief, I was just gonna come for you and that's it. So not overdoing it, not over giving. I have to also care for myself as well. So, I have to manage and do this to make sure that I am also well when I do this. So, that's it, girl. I hope you are following me. I hope you're subscribing. I hope you are getting these worksheets on the website. I hope you are connected. And so this is But Did You Die? Chaos, lessons, laughs. I thank you for being here and supporting me. I love you guys and watch out for the next episode. All right. Bye, Survivorly.